Do you believe? What lurks beyond the light? What secrets are waiting to be unearthed? What lies hidden in the darkness? Listen closely. Some stories are never truly told, only whispered. Click the subscribe button now. Beyond the shadows, beyond our sight, Felicia Studios Cryptids.
Jamaica. To most, the name conjures images of vibrant life, rhythmic music, and beaches kissed by a sun that never seems to set. But for those who live on its quiet, secluded coasts, the island holds a different kind of magic. It holds secrets. Secrets whispered on the wind, carried on the tide, and rooted deep in the local lore. This is not a story of paradise, but of the price of paradise, told through the unfortunate travels of a young man named Liam, who came to Jamaica searching for adventure and found something far more profound. Liam wasn't the typical tourist who arrived seeking to disconnect. He had come to connect, to capture, to immortalize. He was an aspiring travel vlogger, a digital storyteller who believed every corner of the world held a tale just waiting to be told. His current obsession was a remote part of the Jamaican coast, home to a small, private resort and a natural wonder known to the locals as the Fallen Falls. It was a place of breathtaking beauty, a massive waterfall that plunged directly from a cliff face into the deep, restless ocean below. From the moment he arrived, he felt the pull of the place. The sheer power of the falls, the endless blue of the ocean, the lush green of the jungle, it was the perfect backdrop for his next big video. He was full of ideas, full of energy. And it was there, on his first evening, that he met Maria. She was a kind-faced local who worked at the resort, and her demeanor was a blend of warm hospitality and a quiet, ancient wisdom. Maria saw the camera in his hand and the sparkle in his eyes. She smiled, but her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. "You are an adventurer," she observed. "But here, some adventures are best left alone." Liam laughed, a good-natured, confident laugh. "I'm just here for the perfect sunrise shot, Maria. Nothing too wild." Maria shook her head slowly. "The sunrise is a gift from God. The night, that is a different story. The water holds a spirit. The elders say to stay away from the falls after sundown. Especially on nights with a full moon." Liam, of course, was an engineer of skepticism. He was trained to believe in what he could see, measure, and film. He had heard of local folklore before, but Maria's sincerity gave him pause. He pressed for more details. "Why the fear? What's the story?" Maria's voice grew softer, as if the very walls had ears. She told him of the legend of the Siren of the Falls. A creature of immense beauty and terrible power that resided in the deep pools where the fresh water met the salt. She spoke of its song, a melody so enchanting it could draw men from their boats, from the cliffs, from the very shore itself. The siren would take them, and they would be gone. "But they don't stay gone," Maria said, her voice barely a whisper. "That is the cruelest part. They come back. Sometimes in a year, sometimes in 10. They wash up on the shore, wearing the same clothes as the day they disappeared. Their bodies are no different. But the person inside, that's gone. Their eyes are empty, their voice is gone. They are ghosts in their own bodies." Maria's tale was chilling, but to Liam, it was also a gift. It was exactly the kind of story that would make his video stand out. He envisioned a dramatic narrative, a tale of local superstition versus modern reality. He thanked Maria, promising to be careful, but his mind was already made up. He would go to the Fallen Falls at midnight. He would capture the sound of the jungle, the roar of the water, and the mystery of the night. He would stand on the edge of the legend and prove it was nothing more than a ghost story. That night, Liam's heart pounded with a mix of excitement and a creeping, unwelcome sense of unease. He waited until the resort was completely silent, the only sound the chirping of crickets and the distant, constant thunder of the falls. He packed his camera, his tripod, and his courage. The path to the falls was a narrow, rocky trail that wound along the cliff's edge. He used his phone's flashlight, a small, fragile beam cutting through the oppressive darkness. Every shadow seemed to move, every rustle of the leaves felt like a warning. His mind tried to rationalize the feeling away, It was just the jungle at night, he told himself. Nothing more. As he got closer, the atmosphere shifted. The air grew heavy and thick with the mist from the falls. The roar was deafening, a chaotic symphony of water meeting water. He set up his tripod on a stable ledge, the lens of his camera pointing toward the churning base of the falls. The full moon was a silver disk in the sky, casting an ethereal glow on the roiling water. He waited. And then, he heard it. It wasn't a sound that came from the falls. It was a melody. So pure, so perfect, so utterly captivating that it seemed to vibrate through his bones. It was a human voice, yet it was not human. It was a sound of immense sorrow, of unearthly beauty, a lament that promised to heal all pain and soothe all fear. It was the Siren's song. Liam felt a pull, a powerful, magnetic force drawing him towards the sound. His mind, the same rational mind that had scoffed at Maria's warnings, was now a distant, muffled voice. The song was all that mattered. He packed up his camera, forgetting all about his video, and stumbled down the rocks toward the water's edge. As he got closer, the song grew louder, more intoxicating. The water below him seemed to shimmer with an inner light. He looked down, and through the spray and the moonlit mist, he saw it. A shape. It was too large for a fish, too graceful for a dolphin. It was human-like in form, but with a tail of magnificent, iridescent scales that glinted in the moonlight like 1,000 pieces of broken glass. The creature's form was both terrifying and utterly beautiful, and its eyes, twin pools of absolute darkness, were fixed on him. Liam was no longer in control. He was a moth drawn to a flame, a sailor to a siren. He reached out, his hand shaking, his fingers just inches from the surface of the cold, churning water. In that moment, a second of clarity broke through the spell. He remembered Maria's warning, the empty eyes of the people who returned. He tried to pull back. But it was too late. An icy, powerful grip, colder than any water, wrapped around his wrist and pulled. He gasped, but the sound was swallowed by the roar of the falls. He fell into the abyss. The water consumed him whole, and the siren's song went silent. 3 years passed. The resort continued its business, the legend of the missing tourist becoming a new footnote in its whispered lore. Then, on a moonlit night just like the one he had vanished, a figure was discovered wandering aimlessly on the shore. It was a man, thin and gaunt, his clothes faded and torn. The staff was confused at first, but Maria knew. She knew the moment she saw the empty, haunted look in his eyes. It was Liam. He had returned. But the man who came back was just a shell. He didn't speak. He didn't cry. He didn't even seem to notice the people around him. He simply stared, day after day, at the place where the fallen falls met the ocean. Maria approached him once, her heart heavy with pity. "Liam?" she whispered. But he didn't respond. The person who had once been so full of life and ambition was gone. The ocean had returned his body, but it had kept his mind. So if you ever find yourself on the shores of Jamaica, and you hear the locals tell their tales of the spirits of the deep, pay heed. For some legends are not just stories meant to entertain. They are ancient, timeless warnings. And the siren of the fallen falls, she is still singing. And she is still waiting.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out of any of Felicia Studios' videos. It really means a lot and helps me make better videos for you guys. Share your own stories and theories in the comments below. Don't gatekeep. Share it with fellow enthusiasts who love these kind of stories. I think they'll enjoy it too. This has been Felicia Studios, coming with a new captivating story soon.